What is up, guys? It is the Citrus Panda here today, and today I'm coming at you with a video of a game I have not yet played on this channel, but every once in a while I like to just show you what kind of games I'm playing or whatever, and give you some suggestions on some fun games. I think the last one I kinda did was made a video about One Finger Death Punch, which was a really cheap game I picked up that actually ended up being a lot of fun. Similarly, this is also a really cheap game. It is actually free to play, and it is a bit of fun, I'd say. So it's called Clicker Heroes, and if you know what this game is, you might not, but in general it's an idle clicking game, if you know what that is. Now before you click out of this video and just be like, oh, this is dumb, I hate those games, I've played the Cookie Clicker, I've played the Doge Miner, I have played the this, that, and the other thing, all willy-nilly. Nah, this is different. I'd say this is actually pretty complex for a clicking game, and there's actually quite a bit of thought that sometimes goes into your decisions and whatnot, but in general it actually is more complex than it first seems. So you will start out at level 1. I'm on like level 157, and I'll get into how you can actually like advance different ways later, but you'd start out all the way down here at level 1. Let me get down here. So at level 1 right now I have so much damage and stuff that I just kill these things automatically. But whenever you start out, you actually have no DPS, which basically means that the monsters that spawn don't actually take any damage unless you click on them, because your clicks also they will deal damage to the monsters. So until you actually get enough gold to buy like your first guy that gives you DPS, which this guy's like level 1025 for me now, so clearly he's giving me a lot more DPS than he was at level 1. But essentially, you try to get as many of these guys, and you keep unlocking them, and each time you get like to a certain level, you can buy upgrades for them for gold, and they do different things. Sometimes they just increase your DPS of your hero, like specific one. Sometimes they'll do it for other heroes. The other caveat is that if you some of the actual people get abilities, which are over here. Some of them are on cooldown for me right now, but I've got these two are about to come off cooldown. That's got like 30 minutes. This one is really long cooldown. So anyway, all of these are abilities you use. I mainly use them for whenever I'm trying to fight a boss, because bosses in general are harder to take down, and it works pretty well if you actually use your abilities to try to take them down. But anyway, you basically unlock all these heroes down to this guy right here, Dread Knight, and there's a bunch more after this guy, but these are like, I think they're called like Rangers or something. So this guy and onward are really hard to get, and you don't get them until like really late game. So the general idea is that you basically just keep playing this game over and over again. You get as far as you can. So I'm actually, oh whoops, I accidentally clicked on the thing to make it go to their Twitter. Okay, so whenever you get as far as you can go, I'm actually going to try to get to level 160 this playthrough, because there's some achievements, and one of them is zone 160, so I think that's pretty good stopping point, to be honest. I don't think I'll maybe be getting much farther, plus you kind of just waste time at that point because it gets harder. But you can, once you get as far as you can get, and over time you'll get hero souls, which these actually make you do 10% more damage for each one you have, but you mainly use them to upgrade these ancients. And what these ancients do is that you get them, and even whenever you ascend, and ascension happens whenever you have this guy right here, level 150, and you basically just restart the game, but you actually keep your ancients. So the main idea here is that you just keep fighting every 5 levels there's a boss, and it has a decent chance, or a little bit of a chance, of spawning like a special boss to actually get a hero soul, or maybe like 3 of them from the boss, which is hard to get sometimes, but if you're lucky you'll get some. Like right now, if I ascended, I would get 11 hero souls. Now I would have all my heroes go back to level 1, but I can go in here and upgrade all of my stuff with basically in like the this one right here. It gives 125% gold gained when idle. So when I don't click for 60 seconds, I get a lot more gold. I get 60% more treasure chest, 5% gold dropped. that kind of thing is going on here. So I use the hero souls to upgrade these things, and you'd think that getting back up to this level like I'm at right now would take a long time, but whenever I ascend and I try to go back up here, it won't take near as long. Also, there's these red gems, which a lot of games tend to have like this, where you can actually buy with real money. But the cool little thing that these people do, this company, is that every once in a while these little clickable fish will pop up, and you can click the fish. And if sometimes it will just give you like a little bit of gold, but a lot of times it'll give you a ruby, and sometimes it'll give you 2. So I actually got enough to get 50 rubies, which just gives you like a multiplier to your damage. If you get 50 rubies, you can also buy quick ascension. So none of this is actually necessary. This one right here is actually completely worthless, and these 3 are like things you can actually buy, which is cool because you don't actually have to spend any money on it. It's completely free to play. And this is a game I have on like a big window open right now, but that's mostly for recording purposes. Usually I have this on a really small window. I just kind of keep it like in the corner or whatever. You know, I'll play it just, it's an idle game, so you don't really play it that often. You just kind of like play it whenever. So if I'm playing like League of Legends or whatever game I'm playing at the time, and in between matches or whenever I'm waiting, or just whenever I feel like it, I'll get on here and check what's going on. It's a fun game, and it's not something that takes a lot of like, you know, attentiveness. Oh, you can sit here and click if you want to, but at a certain point I think it's just easier just to let it go by itself. Essentially also, additionally I meant to say, there's also like these relics, I think they're called, yeah, relics, and they give you certain certain abilities, like little bonuses. These 2 are pretty good. But the main thing here is ancients, and also I've actually been thinking about this lately. Whenever I ascend the next time, I might actually keep my hero souls instead of like automatically spending them whenever I ascend, because the hero souls do give 10% DPS each. So if I had like 15 of them, I would get 150% bonus damage, which is pretty good. And this is what the game is. If you want to try it out, it's actually on Steam. I started playing it whenever it was not on Steam, and I kind of transferred my save file over to Steam. It's just easier to launch from there, and you can like shift, you know, you can tab shift and kind of you know, talk to people and whatnot. So at the end of the day, it's a cool game if you want to check it out, and it's free to play. So if you think that idle clicking games are for you, then I would check this game out, and if not, then should suit yourself. You're not going to be fighting mouseketeers like me. Until next time though, guys, I should be probably coming out with a video in a couple days here, maybe a This Is Life video, possibly soon after that my special episode level 100, or not level 100, but episode 100 of my Adventure Quest series. So all those things are things to look forward to, but just wanted to make this video, should be decently interesting to some people, maybe not to other people. Some people look at this game and be like, wow, you're wasting your life on this game, and I'm just like, you know what, this is decently fun.